Greetings all once again. Hello, this is Nick of the Extra Hairy Variety. Thought I'd jump back onto one of these traditional drafts for War of the Spark because I really enjoyed it the first time. Personally, I don't usually play the traditional drafts. I find them to be a little bit too expensive and a little bit cumbersome in terms of the timing. That last recording, for example, was 2.5 hours, but I really enjoy the format. There's currently no competitive draft option for this format, so for the time being, let's dive into one of these again. It's now a short while after that original recording, so we've learned a few things in terms of the power level of certain cards. In case you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, I'd recommend watching the pros on YouTube, like LSV and those kind of guys. All the guys on Channel Fireball, basically. That gives you an idea about how powerful some cards are. Okay, Ugin is an absolute bomb. Really happy to see that. I like this card. It's sort of targeted removal, like targeted sacrificing. I dig that. Gleaming Overseer seems like a fantastic card for the Amass deck. Vizier of the Scorpion. And its battlefield Amass 1. Zombie tokens you control have Death Touch. That seems like a pretty decent payoff. But I suppose in this format you'd only ever have one zombie token. Spellkeeper Weird's a good card. I mean, this isn't even close. I'm just having a look at the other cards just for the sake of learning. Chandra's Pyrohelix actually seems like a decent card. Topple the statue. Tap target permanent. If it's not, I have to destroy it, draw a card. Yeah, pretty average. Yeah. Okay, what do we have as our second card? The cool thing is here is we're not committed to any colour at all right now. Pollen Bright Druid, a decent card in the Proliferate deck. 10th District Legionnaire. Oh, it's like a heroic payoff. That's kind of weird. Kind of the other feather. Nice aggressive card. I do like aggro. I don't know about aggro in this format. Yaya's Greeting is just fantastic as a removal spell. I might just play that. Bolt Bend, probably more for the spells deck. Could be a bit dirty though. Yeah, let's just take a decent removal spell. Kaya's Ghost Form. No, I'm not thinking about that. And it doesn't really matter what kind of deck we're in. We'd definitely play that as long as we were able to play red. Heartwarming Redemption. Now, this is interesting. Discard all cards in your hand, draw that many cards +1. You gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. I like the potential of this card. I have no idea what kind of deck you put it into, so that probably means I'm not that interested. Plus, it's gold. Ooh, Ugin's Conjurant to go with Ugin. That seems pretty good. Now, Ugin reduces the cost of colourless spells. That's a nice little combo. It's a pretty decent card. Just XX for how much ever you pay for it. Centaur Nurturer, I think, is a pretty decent card as well. I'd like to pick up one of those if I'm going to play green. Yeah, just stay open. I like the Conjurant enough to just take it. Tybalt's not bad in the red deck. The fact that we're seeing him in pick 4 is a pretty good sign. I mean, all the Planeswalkers are okay apart from like a couple. So seeing this get passed around the table is pretty indicative that we should look at that. Spellgorger Weird is fantastic if we have 2 non-creatures. It's not a bad option right now.
You should be flattered I decided to torture you.
Yeah, I like Planeswalkers too much. Samet Sprint is not really what we're looking for in the red deck, so let's just forget about that for now. We're pretty open in terms of what we can do here, so... Saheeli Silverwing is reduced off the back of Ugin, but I don't think that's really a decent payoff for that. Trust's Pegasus is a fantastic white common. It might be our pick here. Teo's Light Shield is something you want if you've already got heaps of Proliferate. Tidebringer Giant. It's alright. Trusted Pegasus. I think it's the most powerful card left. I'm not building the Charm Stray deck. I'm sorry if anyone in the comments wants me to do that. It's not happening. Turret Ogre. If you control another creature with powerful, deals 2 damage to each opponent. Not to a creature though, so you can't use it as removal. Don't mind Kiora's Dambreaker, but I don't think it's enough reason to go into blue. Blind Blast is a fun word to say. It's 1 damage target creature, that creature can't block. Probably more for an aggro thing. It does cycle though, so it's not awful. I mean, we are in the aggro colours. This is really more if you have big creatures, which I suppose is not necessarily likely just yet. They're both average. Should we look at one of these green cards instead? It is attempting a Centaur Nurturer. I mean, we could take something like this and maybe some more green fixing, and then, like, our mana is fantastic. We have 2 really powerful colourless spells. I don't hate that idea. I'm not too cut off about missing these red cards. Let's take the Centaur Nurturer and see where we go from there. This is a pack of meh. Vraska's Finisher is a decent black card, but I don't think it's really a good reason to go into black. It's a 3/3 while blocking a flyer. It's just supremely average. I don't care about an average 2-drop. Not in this format anyway. I don't think... I mean, we could be going aggro and that might be worth taking, but we'll see more of those. Topple the Statue is a meh white card. This is a pretty meh pack. Let's just take a colours card. Goes with Ugin. Yeah. Rally of Wings. Untap all creatures you control, then creatures you control with flying get +2/+2. That's a decent anthem if you're running a heap of flyers. We have 1. Oh, let's actually give something else flying as well. That's a nice little combo. Another Iron Bully. I mean, Iron Bully is not very exciting, but there are payoffs for it in this set. Do we just want Rally of Wings speculatively? I don't think we want multiple Iron Bullies, to be honest, guys. It's a pretty uninspired pack. Let's think about getting into flyers. Prismite is just average. This is I'd rather have something like this for like a more aggro deck. Not you. This is a bunch of really average cards. Crawl Sting is probably the best card left in this pack. It's another artifact, so there are a couple of really fun artifact payoffs, like Khan, if we somehow get past a Khan. This is probably just a better card. Oh no, I'm gonna go for the jank. Emergent Zone. Meh. It's all a bit meh, though. I mean, it's okay because it works on turn 1, which increases the likelihood of you having a land in your hand. But this kind of, you may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield type of effect is not often very powerful because you must have a land at the same time. Being a 1-drop makes it more likely, but it's a horrible top deck. What kind of dumb stuff could we do with that? Actually, Iron Bully is not a bad thing to drop at instant speed. I'll take this because I think it has the most upside, but I probably am not that keen on playing it. Player or Planeswalker? Yeah, might be a sideboard card. That's alright in the green ramp deck if we get there. Let's just take these out first. Saheeli Silverwing. Actually, I might be making a colourless deck. Probably not. Sarkhan. Okay, that makes me pretty happy about having some red cards now. Rubble Belt, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Don't care about that. Interplanar Beacon would be okay, considering how much colourless we have. But we have 3 Planeswalkers now.
What know you of dragons?
That's not even a close pick. The Planeswalker got taken out of this pack, so I can't take another one, unfortunately. Annoy me, this is a great common. It's already a 4/4 for 4, which is a good stat, but it proliferates. It proliferates when it comes in. What's our white looking like? Bad. So, mind you, Trusted Pegasus, 2 Trusted Pegasus with Rally of Wings. That's yeah. You make a. Yeah, that's right. You make flyers too, so this could be a dumb combo. Let's take Bloom Hulk. Arngrath Rampage. I like it, but I don't think we can swing black right now. Saheeli Silverwing, just to go real deep on those colourless spells. I don't know if that's a good idea. We don't want a second Emergent Zone. 1 is plenty. Into the battlefield, other creatures you control gain trample. 4/5, trample for 5. That gives everything trample. It's better with bigger creatures. We have a Bloom Hulk. I think Raging Conch is just the better creature. I like our red right now, so I think we're interested in playing red. That seems like a decent black card to come around this late. We're seeing a lot of black, actually. which means I probably want to take the Angras Fury. Like, white and green do not seem particularly open. I can see myself going into black. Don't care about that. That's an okay white card, but it's not something that keeps us in white. I mean, yeah, Rally of Wings. I know. I'm kind of a bit nervous to speculate that hard on it. I mean, what other black cards do we have? Okay, they're not very exciting. Yeah, I'm not going to take the Globe when there are decent plays. Ashiok does not really go with our plan at all. If I was already in black, I'd consider it, but we are neither blue nor black at this point in time. Which we should consider because of all these blue and black cards. What do you do? Oh, power 4 greater. That's actually a thing at this stage. We've got our Raging Conch, don't we? Yeah, okay. Cut white and play green and red. Yeah, I don't hate that. A Crunch Wrangler with a Raging Crunch. Bit more ramp. What do we want another... I like these alongside Ugin, and I like them alongside the blue and red creatures because making them even bigger, just really stuffing up my opponent's combat math. I like Divine Arrow a lot, but we are getting out of white. It is not coming around the table. And our mana is going to be fantastic. Look at all those colourless spells. I do like Iron Bully. It's one of these. And gaining life is just nice. This is just nice as well. I'll take that. I think we're happy with 2. Gideon's Triumph would be nice, but no, we're out of that. We're not in that business anymore. There's another one now. It kind of makes me frustrated that I did what I did, but oh well. Burning Prophet. Scrying when I play Planeswalkers and stuff like that. Non-creatures, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really more for the spells deck, which we're not really interested in right now. Hearthfire can sacrifice a useless Planeswalker, actually. That's not a bad thing to think about. It's efficient. I don't think we want a third one of these. Yeah, alright, we'll take one of those. Dovin. It's more control card. Not interested. No, we're just not in those colours. I don't mind an Arcop Invader. Ooh, a gold card in our colours. X is the greatest power amongst creatures you control. It's actually not a bad thing right now. No, okay, cool. Wouldn't mind Kiora or something now. Okay, now we will take a crappy 2-drop. Because I think... Yeah, we might actually need that, so that's fine by me. Don't think we want a second Emergent Zone. Gideon Sacrifice is just bad, full stop. Which is a shame because it's such a cool story moment. But I can't think of any format that really wants that kind of effect. I'll take another Emergent Zone. Not likely to play it, but who knows. These are all bad cards. I'll take the crazy, spicy card that everyone seems to like. Charm Stray. Look, we might just get there on the Charm Strays. Charm Strays. Our rare is Ravnica at War. Now, well, probably not. I don't know what else is in this pack yet. A Merfolk Skydiver. I actually really like that. Our fixing is not terrible either. We have a couple of these Centaur Dudios. Is that it? Yeah, that's it right now. We're passing a big old crocodile with hexproof, which I actually really like, especially with all our big old creature payoffs. I think that's the pick. Yeah, that's the pick. Let's just take a big old croco. Ooh, a rare in our colours. Just shield damage any target. Return target tap land you control to its owner's hand. Yeah, 2/5 for 3. That can do some stuff. Yeah, okay. Versatility, always good. Oh, Jiang Yangu. Ah, yes, that's some very nice fixing. Passing a Bloom Hulk, but, I like Planeswalkers too much. Can control a target creature, do 2 damage to something for 6. It's gonna wreck me at some stage during a draft, but,
much to learn from symbiotic relationships.
I agree, Jiang. I agree. That's interesting, because of all our Planeswalkers. 1, 2, 3, Tibalt 4. We got proliferate there. Put a +1/+1 counter. That comes with +1/+1 counters. I think it's a pretty bad card overall. We're not taking this though, yeah. Think about cutting it, though it's close. Giant Growth is a great trick. Very happy to see that in this set. We're not taking another Prismite. I'm not even happy with having a first one. Invading Manticore. It's another big old creature, and it does give us something to proliferate. I mean, look at our 5-drops right now. I mean, our 5-drops aren't bad. I think we're not really getting there with proliferate. I think, yeah, it's our Planeswalkers. Actually, it's Young Yungu. Yeah. Yeah. Do I want the trick or do I want a big old boy? I mean, I like Invading Manticore. Honor the God Pharaoh. No, we're not in the spells deck. It's close, but it's such a good trick. Another Crunch Wrangler. Yeah. Another payoff for our big creatures. We don't have a whole heap just yet. Arngrass Rampage. It's very tempting, actually. Bolt Bend. I don't hate that, actually. Really don't hate Bolt Bend. It's very specific and narrow, though. This is great, but we need to have black mana. I'm not going to play a Swamp. Oh, you're fixing as well. 3 fixing cards. It's very tempting. I'm definitely going to play Goblin Assault Team. Plus, it has 4 power, so it combos with other stuff in our deck. Great. Yep, Chandra's Pyro Helix. Very happy to have one of those. Sarkhan's Catharsis, I don't think we're really interested in. Steady Aim, it's a sideboard card. It's basically kill a flyer in this deck. Return to Nature, another great sideboard card. What is it? Artifact Enchantment or exile card from a graveyard. It could be relevant. I don't know what's in this set that really hoses, but whatever. Bond of Passion, sure. It might be a sideboard-worthy card. Any important lands in this set I should worry about? Oh, that one that makes the one that animates for 4 mana for 3/3. The Citizen Thingamajig. I forget what it's called. No, we're not taking anything else. We may as well. We're going to have a stacked sideboard card. I don't even want to play the first one of those. And a Bulwark Giant. Okay. This is a fun-looking green-red deck. I don't hate this at all. 4 cuts. We're definitely not playing 2 of those. I should think about cutting the other one. How intense is our mana? 2 red on Sarkhan. Living Twister. Okay, so the upside of playing something with Flash, and bear in mind, it's all spells. Just think of it as playing one thing, because it's very unlikely. So, like, you could play Ugin for 7 mana. Flashing in Planeswalkers is actually quite nice, because it means you get all of your mana back to then cast something else, and you can activate them and put the shields up. So Healy Silverwing, no, we're just not interested in flyers in this deck. Proliferate, I think we're going to have enough. Look, it's a 4/4/4 anyway, so I'm happy to keep that. Armed Crop Invader, this is not really an Armed Crop Invader deck. I think we just cut that. Like, even like an average 2-drop, I think is probably more interesting. Yes, it's kind of annoying that this doesn't have 4 power, despite the fact it's so mana intensive. Oh, look, it's repeatable removal. That's fine. Iron Bully. It increases the power on stuff. Courage in Crisis. Okay, I think that's something we have to consider cutting here. I don't mind keeping stuff in like Iron Bully just to make that more powerful. Where X is the greatest power amongst creatures you control. That sucks on an empty board. But with +1/+1 tokens and Proliferate, you can put power onto it. Just 1 token means it becomes a 2/4 every time it attacks. That seems alright. Sarkhan turning Ugin into a dragon's kind of funny. I like all of my Planeswalkers. I'm not going to cut any of those for sure. Very happy with how that went. Is this a worse 2-drop than this Goblin? We have some bad 2-drops. 7 cards with proliferate... that give +1/+1 tokens. And 2 proliferating cards, plus 3 Planeswalkers. I think that's just good enough to play. Now, Emergent Zone... flashing creatures is always good. Flashing in Planeswalkers is good. Flashing in this as a blocker is good. It hurts my mana in a deck with Living Twister in it. Oh yeah, also Warscale Crocodile is fantastic to proliferate. Anything that can put tokens on this thing is happy, happy, happy days. I think we're just gonna... we do have expensive spells though. It's such a bad top deck. It's such a brutal top deck. How important is the ramp strategy? It's not. It's not that so bad that we have to play bad ramp. We have good ramp cards. Let's cut that and call it a day. Right, let's jump into this. And we have a very nice sideboard too. Bond of Passion I'm curious about in some matchups. Bunch of old artifacty, destroy, enchantment, blah 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 type things. Words escape me. It's a very, very quiet Saturday afternoon right now, so thought I'd just chill out and play Magic for a couple of hours. Clue-slol. Good luck. And good lol. Opponent won the die roll. They're going first, of course. That is a good hand. Emergent Zone not wrecking me this game. Now, do I play that first? No, we don't, is the answer to that. No, we are hoping to draw a red Circe and gain the Living Twister on time. We are not going to be doing that at this stage. We've got a removal spell, we've got an Iron Bully. Iron Bully on target creature. You can put it on your opponents for some reason. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that. Opponent probably has a removal spell because they stopped for that long. Living Twister. Look, Living Twister is not detrimental to our game. Oh, we can't play it anyway because we need 2 red sources, so who cares about that? I think we Emergent Zone Iron Bully boost this, and if they remove it, oh well. Or Jiangyangu. Actually, Jiangyangu is better while we're not getting pressured. Is there a counterspell? Oh yeah, there's that 3-mana counterspell thing. You want to remove this in response? Whatever. Or remove Jiang. That's fine. Opponent's having a great time reading all my cards. Soren's Thirst. Sure. I think that's probably... it's annoying because this can't get killed by that. We can kill that. That's cool. Alright. What did my opponent see? Oh, a Cyclops! I'd love to be able to play a creature to protect Jiang. It's not really an option right now, though. This Iron Bully puts a counter on itself. It can not immediately tap for mana. Or I could just make it a 3/3 Menace. I'll make it a 3/3 with Menace. That seems like a card that can take over a game. And, yep. Jiang is going to die next turn anyway. I mean, I could use that mana to cast Living Twister, yeah. But that would have to be the next turn. Actually, no, the turn after, because it'd have to be unsick from Ley Summoning. So Healy, Silverwing, going to kill Jiang, I imagine? Yep. That's cool. You can do that.
Ah, tough lessons.
Indeed. I love how the Planeswalkers, when they die, they actually turn into sparks and fly off. That's such a nice detail. So if I play this, I cannot remove Jaya's Silverwing. I can also play Sarkhan. Sarkhan, make a dragon. Seems good. Seems really good. Or do I put out Living Twister first to try and bait out a removal spell? There is also the possibility of me being able to flash in Sarkhan later. which I think is a much bigger game. Or just go beat downs with this guy. All these choices. All of these choices. Nothing allows me to play Jaya's Greeting as well. Sucks. If I just stick these beaters and keep attacking. Opponent on 19 because of Soren's Thirst, yeah. What you thinking, bad opponent? Got a big old removal spell for my awesome common cards. Definitely don't have a couple of powerful rares in hand. Come on, fire off those removal spells. What's this one?
Scary, but underneath, I'm just a normal diabolist. Don't think
That's annoying. And it might actually be Living Twister so I can keep my removal spell. Yeah, Living Twister. Yeah, my opponent might be crapping their pants right now, wondering what on earth I kept if I discarded that semi-bomb. I think a removal spell on Sarkin. Yep, that's fine if you want to do that. I can still kill... That actually hastes in. Oh, and then I keep my removal spell up. Yep, I dig that. I dig that a lot. I'm not going to waste this on that. And Menace dude over there. There's no one mana spell that can really blow me out here. So they want to keep their amass token. That's fine by me.
This wasn't part of our contract.
From that point of view, I may be destroying the amass token. If they have like a Gleaming Overseer or something. I think it's still probably the Healy's Silverwing. Yeah. There's no counter spell for 1 mana in this particular format. Yeah. The Scry one makes me want to do it. Nah. Not relevant on this board. Cool, they got a big old Proliferator, which I can destroy with that, so that makes me want to keep mana up. Sarkin Make a Dragon. Sarkin Make a Dragon means I can double block that thing. Yeah, Sarkin Make a Dragon.
You will feel the lick of my flesh. Your end has arrived.
Oh man, he's badass. Okay, so I'm going to be double blocking with those two things. Hope my opponent can't blow this out. No attacks. Get the shields up. Try and kill a Dam Breaker. They might have a removal spell. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Ah, good. Okay, that's a very, very good thing. So, can I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 5. It would cost me all of that mana to flash this in. That's interesting. Turn Sarkin into a dragon. They might be able to interact with him that way. Let's get our beats on.
Summon you.
Yeah. Put him on 2-turn clock. That's fine by me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I can either flash in my Cyclops or Giant Growth here. Giant Growth on Iron Bully can kill Kyora's Dam Breaker. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good here. Don't mind if my opponent removes Sarkin. He's already got way the value. My brain just turned off there mid-sentence. Always feels good, man. Oh. Opponent not scared of Giant Growth. Well, they are scared of Giant Growth. Okay, cool. On to Game 2. So, amass payoffs. Basically, anything that can bounce. Not interested in artifacts or enchantments, so return to nature. It's a bit meh. That's interesting with such a big fish. And considering they're using amass tokens, there's a good chance that that 2 damage is actually going to kill something as well. So, I'm actually going to think about playing that. Yes, go for the more control-y card over a Cyclops. I think, typically, I don't like these effects over creatures, but in this format, I actually do. I actually do. I don't like sending back hands when I can actually play basically all the cards in my hand, so we're keeping it. Crunch Wrangler, Tybalt, the Encouraging Crisis. If my opponent does not interact, I think we're on to a pretty good game at that point. The Twister thing is double red, so we'll play red first, just in case I draw it. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Cool, yes, opponent, you can go through your cards. Ugin. I can't wait to play this. Are we in the business of discarding a land here? Discard a land. I'll get more lands. It's very annoying, though. Very, very annoying. So, are we just going to Encouraging Crisis first so they have bad blocks? It's going to make this dude huge. Oh, actually, it's going to make my Crunch Wrangler a 4/3. So even if my opponent blocks here, it's going to trample over. And do 1 damage to Davriel, which makes the block really bad for my opponent. And then they can tick up once. I'll just get rid of the War Scale Crocodile. Yep, let's do that. Yep, so that, beautiful. I don't love having to do it this way. Yeah, cool. Opponent wants to keep their thingamajig. Did my opponent mulligan there? Might be a bit ambitious with their... I don't want double block. Okay, that's good for me. It's very good for me. Tybalt is very fragile in the face of that flyer. And then a 1/1 to block. Yeah, alright. I'm pressuring my opponent's resources because they have far fewer than me. So I don't mind going aggro here. They have a cycler, but the more I pressure, the worse that is. Make a little 1/1 devil. If I can make one more, I think Tybalt's done his job. Plus, my opponent was showing life gain in that first game with Soren's Thirst, so might be relevant. Yep.
Watch the lapels, please.
I would have just snap blocked the Erratic Visionary if I had to. Neg 2 for one of those, so my opponent can't... this should be taken out of the deck because it's actually pretty bad. I actually think removing this right now is good because my opponent has far less resources than me, so even using this badly feels alright. So we're going to swing out and Chandra's Pyrohelix if my opponent blocks with the Erratic Visionary. Oh, actually the cool thing that this can actually ping my opponent's face and then I can do 2 damage straight to the Visionary. Yeah, it feels fine. Cool. I'm happy with this. So, straight to my opponent's face. And do this to you. Submit 1 creature, 2 damage. Kablamo. If you want to burn a counterspell on this. No. All the digging for a counterspell. That feels great. Just run my opponent out of resources. That could have dug them out of a bad mulligan as well, so forcing them to use it once in a bad situation. I think we're doing all right here. This Crunch Wrangler is doing work. Even if they remove it here, I've got the value out of it. Tybalt fogging my opponent even further feels great as well. Kira's Dambreaker would be annoying here, they don't even have it. 4/4, yeah, that feels good. That Feels really good. My opponent takes it here. They need to basically counter this at this stage, I think, for them to have any chance. Feeling good about where we're at, is essentially what I'm saying here. Oh, it also grows that. I'm used to things like Pelt Collector where it actually has to be a higher amount of power. Okay, opponent, you need something real good here. You must interact. That's not interacting. Yep. Oh, and Sarkin as well. Oh, Scale Crocodile. Do I play this first? Nope. We swing out. My opponent can double block the Ugin's Conjurant. Doesn't look like we're playing Ugin this game, unfortunately. I think my opponent should block the Conjurant because it shrinks when it gets blocked. Yeah, they don't... Ooh. Opponent. Don't think it really matters what we play. Let's just play Sarkin again. Make a dragon.
Feel the heat of my flames.
Oh, it grows... Oh man, Crunch Wrangler is actually doing really well in this deck. I mean, as I said in the last draft, I really like how dirtly this format is and how you can just get all these great synergies. It's a feel-good format. Alright, we're up to 1-0. We are up to 1-0. Good luck, Moto. Also using the Ajani avatar. Opponent won the die roll again. Feels bad. Oh, it doesn't really matter in best of 3 though. Crunch Wrangler is like my best card, apparently. I don't like sending back stuff where we can play stuff, but Heartfire is really bad in this hand. Don't punish me. Oh. That's okay. Chandra's Pyrohelix is... yeah! Chandra's Pyrohelix is situational. But I'll keep it in most opening hands. Goblin Assailant is a bad 2-drop, but sometimes just gotta play some bad 2-drops. Got Yaya's Greeting opponent. It's got Scry 1, you should consider playing it. Opponent not going to fire off a burn spell into that. Opponent, missing lands and mana screwed. Me, feeling pretty good. And I do not believe there's any red spell for 2 mana that can interact with Planeswalkers either. Opponent potentially kept a very risky hand here. Or, sorry opponent, that feels really, really bad. But I know that feeling where you're just getting pressured and the magic gods are not on your side. So we're looking at a red deck. Potentially means Bonds of Passion is okay, but I don't know for sure. It means that Chandra's Pyrohelix is potentially good. Red creatures don't tend to have the biggest of butts. Let's just run it back. Run it back. Run it back. My deck feels slightly faster than the last one I did. One of these days I'll get to play first. One of these days. By the way, apologies if the arm on my chair makes a lot of noise. It's a bit loose, unfortunately. That's a bunch of stuff I can play. This is awkward, but I've got 2-drops. I've got 2-drops. If Crunch Wrangler has to stay on guard duty for a few turns, opponent mulliganing again, but we have our 4th land now, so Centaur Nurturer. Not the creature you want to be attacking with. That's okay. Opponent also looking like they're on some kind of aggro deck. No, I am not going to boost their Crunch Wrangler Magic Arena. I mean, thank you for giving me the option. I guess my opponent might think that I have Jaya's Greeting now. So, you know, I'm faking them out. At least by Magic Arena putting automatic stops in for my giant growth on their creature. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I should really think about just removing that straight up. What's the likelihood of them putting 2 cannons on it next turn? Pretty low. This is decent on this board because I can kill the Crunch Wrangler, assuming that my opponent does not play anything to boost it up. I actually think the Crunch Wrangler is just the safest card to put here right now. It's very unlikely that Spellgorger Weird can just eat it. I mean, it's likely going to trade because my opponent will have an instant or sorcery or non-creature. So Planeswalker's countered. Yeah, that's a good card. That's a good card. Anything for 1 mana in this format? I don't think so. There's no shocks or anything like that, so I should probably kill it here. I can Tibalt and then Giant Growth the token. It's very, very risky. But kind of funny at the same time. Now, if I Giant Growth the token and they put a +1/+1 cannon on the Spellgorger Weird, it still kills the Spellgorger Weird. It buys me a turn. I'm still going up in mana. If I can get to Ugin, yeah, this probably protects me a bit better than my Centaur Nurturer. Please, please do not put automatic stops in. I don't want my opponent to know I have Giant Growth. The automatic stops is one thing about Magic Arena I'm not happy with, because it really does telegraph the kind of cards you have in your hand. Yep. Oh. Getting to untap with Tibalt feels pretty good. So if they boost the power of this, they can get Jaya's Greeting back out of the bin. Can I do anything funky here? Make another devil while I can, because you can't take a hit at all, and I don't think the life gain is really important. So I can flash in this. I'm actually going to go to combat first and swing with this, just to see if they do something stupid. Take 1 damage, as they should. My opponent not falling for that old trick. This, hold up Giant Growth. I'm really telegraphing what I'm doing, but I wasn't going to let the auto-tapper make that mistake. Oh, also 3 life. I forgot about that. Yeah, the Devils and a 2/4 with a big old butt feels pretty good with Giant Growth. I can actually eat that in combat. So I really want to kill something here. I think my opponent is getting dangerously ahead on board here. Okay, so Ugin makes me a 2/2. Ugin, and I have to survive a turn with Ugin. Ugin, or I can just destroy Spellgorger Weird and use it as a removal spell. So that trigger, casting that spell out of the bin, does give Spellgorger Weird another counter. Hope I didn't just tell my opponent that by hovering over the cards as such. I really hate not having my tricks up though. But I do have Giant Growth up because of Centaur Nurturer, and that makes me pretty happy about doing this. Do I make a 2/2 or do I remove Spellgorger Weird? I can't remove the Crocodile because it has Hexproof. Go for card advantage. It's going to win me the game in the long run. No, it does. Okay. Okay. My Giant Growth is up. It can currently make my Centaur Nurturer eat any one of their creatures, including the Crocodile. Not putting it on... Oh, they want to use the removal. Honestly, that's okay. Not putting it on the Crocodile is very dangerous, because they could have made it a 7/5. Ooh, that's scary. Very, very scary. I really want to eat something. Okay. So my opponent is oh, I see. I see. That is very nice. So they're going to reproliferate again. I'm so glad they didn't hit it with that crocodile. Yep, you grow again. And they're putting it on the... This is really bad. My opponent is just loving life at the moment. So... makes you a 5/7. So I can trade with the crocodile if I do that. Let's... is there any way to save Ugin for a start? Not with that trample. So I just think I don't. But do I trade with that crocodile? Things are looking... Or do I eat the Death Horde Arcanist? Yes, because that's going to get another removal spell out of the bin. Oh no! Oh, it doesn't work! Oh, I'm an idiot! It doesn't have enough power. Ah, that's frustrating. That's real frustrating. I thought... I'm just saved. I'm now just casting this to save this. No, that's a punt. That's a big punt. No. I oopsed. I oopsed.
It's not my first ending.
That sucks. That sucks. It really sucks. Okay. Anyway, let's not let the punt destroy all our hopes and dreams. Jace. This doesn't actually kill anything anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty boned. I'll be honest. I'm really boned at this stage.
I will help you through this.
Add one mana of any colour. Who cares? Giant growth. I've gone through my vomit. I'm going to game 3. This is... I'm not coming back from this. I'm not coming back from that. Opponent showing me what they can do when they don't get mana screwed. So let's steal their creatures. The crocodile. Yeah, it's big. I don't love this. They can grow past it. Let's cut that. Sounds good to me. Emergency zone. Like, I feel like in several instances it's been on the cusp of doing something. But, we are on G-Play, opponent. Removal spell central. I actually don't hate that because removing my opponent's stuff before they have a chance to grow it could be the strategy, could be the key thing that wins me this game. Hello and good luck. I wish there was a good luck emote. That would make me happy. I might just Pyrohelix that now. Or... Pyrohelix does not have a great amount of targets against my opponent. And yeah, and then I can Bloom Hulk and grow this and... enters the battlefield. Oh, I've got to put on full control for that. Awesome. Yep, kill that. We know how out of control they can get. They could play a Raging Kronk the next turn. So, I need to put on full control and make sure I put these in the right order, because I want to put the token here and then proliferate. And that, for next turn, yeah, feel good about that. I could try as greeting this. Okay, if they want to tap out to do that, that's fine. I'm going to let them have the bad option. So, full control. So that resolves. So, yep. I don't know why it didn't give me the option. Oh, that's the thing I have to do in the option menu, don't I? Okay, and so that, beautiful. And it's just big enough to swing past that Vivian's Grizzly. We are feeling good. Feeling happy, feeling good. Rubble Belt Riders, fantastic on this board. Please don't grow Vivian's Grizzly. If my opponent taps out to use the activated ability, I remove it. I swing in, and that puts... Yeah, feels alright to me. That feels alright to me. Haste this in. I can't quite do... Oh, I can do both. What am I saying? Yep, I think... Yep, foot on the gas, remove this, charge in. My opponent can trade with anything. No, we're in the business for bombs now. We are in the bomb business. I don't care, opponent. You can trade with anything you like. Unfortunately, that doesn't grow Crunch Wrangler, which my opponent should consider blocking here. Yeah, I was going to say. Because it doesn't enter the battlefield with the power. It starts off as a 0-4. Alright, opponent is in a bit of danger. Khan's Bastion does not help them here. Although it's a fine card. Especially in their deck. They ping something for 1. Yep, does not matter on this board. Keep swinging. Keep swinging. Just keep swinging. So, Tybalt's Ravager can kill something. It's going to be the Bloom Hulk here. That's fine. I mean, Rubblebelt Ravagers isn't going to grow next turn without the help. Do I have a thing? Yeah, I've got Sarkhan's Catharsis, yeah. Did I keep Sarkhan's Catharsis in? Kind of wish I did now. Oh, that's an activated ability that I can use for no value. That's annoying. So my opponent is in a tough spot here. I need a creature to give this power. Otherwise it's a 0-4. Yep, sure. Magic gods, do not screw me now, please. Because my opponent can come back. Oh, opponent, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and that wins me the game. Oh, it gains haste, bond the passion, just 2 damage to any target. Oh, and it just kills my opponent straight up. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, Bonds of Passion, typically not always the best card. But yeah. But in this situation, kills my opponent in 2 different ways. And we are up to 2-0. So my opponent, rather my deck is very powerful on the play. Did I cut Sarkhan's Catharsis? I did. Do I really want that in the main board? If I'm not fighting against Planeswalkers, it's a better Lava Axe. No, I'm still leaning towards no, but worth thinking about. Worth thinking about. Executor 2001 R. Good luck. I lost the die roll again? Magic Online. No, sorry, Magic Arena. Whew. This feels pretty good. Make a big old Ugin's Conjurant. I can dig it. Make it as big as possible. Have to think about counter magic in that regard. But, it's a thing. Cool. Can cast it for 0. Yes. Thank you for adding stops so I can cast my Ugin's Conjurant for 0. That's aggressive. That's a terrible creature to use removal on. A creature or planeswalker. If my opponent's like really dedicated control. 4. I mean, those things are annoying to lose.
Nightmares remain.
Yes, Ashiok, you're very, very, very edgy. I think we get down Tybalt on an empty board. Well, They've got Ashiok, but whatever.
More, the messier.
We're going to kill Ashiok, though. We're going to get there. Any target? Yeah. Only -1 for his ability. Quite the rude fellow, I might say. No, not Xiangyanggu. I gotta keep looking. I gotta stop looking at the graveyard. It's not where they are. Oh yeah, and they get a land. Yeah, that's fair. Very fair. Alright, let's make.
I adore an audience.
I can actually kill the Spellkeeper. What am I down to? Nah, kill this. Killing things is helpful. So let's do this. Plop-am, submit 1. Submit. Do I play this for 2 is the question now. Yeah. Ashiok is pressuring me just enough that it makes me want to be able to kill him next turn.
You're fine.
17 cards remain. My opponent has a healthy 29. Have I lost Ugin? No! I drew Ugin. What do you do? Can't be blocked. I don't care. Cuts off 1 more activation. You may as well kill it. Yep. Unfortunately, Ashiok got me pretty hard in this game.
Must be quelled.
But now I can ignore it. Now I can play Ugin and get myself back in. No more Ashiok though, and opponent's going to try and go to town my life total. Okay. 1 red is a good opportunity to get Ugin up. Or Sarkhan. Sarkhan uptick gets him to 6 loyalty. Yeah, and then I can swing in with Tybalt. Tybalt the dragon. And then I can flash in Ugin. Ah! What a beautiful thing. I'm just going to ignore. I'm just going to ignore that creature. If you really want to kill Tybalt, that's fine. And then Ugin the effable, or rather the ineffable, he will not be effed, no matter what.
I will consume you.
Pew! I'm going to shoot you with no dragons. Is my opponent just...
I was bored anyway.
Yeah, any proliferate and then I can make another thing. Still, it's really putting my opponent unfavoured in this race. They can't make both of them unblockable, so I think I just pressure my opponent with as many planeswalkers as possible. Or I can destroy one of them. So, this is getting played first regardless. I can destroy one of these things, and then it can kill Ugin.
You understand yourself.
Nope. Hearthfire, yeah.
Manifest before.
I can dig that. And Sarkhan's a dragon. Just Sarkhan. Yep. Ugin the red dragon. That looks so weird. That activated ability is so cool, though. Opponent. You got some problems, opponent. I think that's the goal here.
Come, listen to them roar.
Because that means I swing in for 8 the next turn. I'm still upticking. It means they can't kill both. No, they definitely can't kill both. That's fine. Yep, let's do that. My planeswalkers hopefully carry this game. Hearthfire. A Raging Crunch. Do I destroy something? I can destroy that and then swing in for 8. And yes. So I can win the game here. Destroy this.
I can create or destroy. Look to the skies.
So we can do this. Swing in for damage. And then Raging Crunch. Any target? Yep, beautiful. Kill my opponent. Beautiful. Okay, good. Good. This deck can be powerful. I'm relying heavily on my bombs, but I think that's okay. What creatures do they have? It doesn't make this very tantalizing. This to just charge through a control deck. Play all plans. Oh, Ashiok. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's cut one of these rampers. Yeah, I don't like Ashiok. I think is what we learned pretty much in that game. Don't care about things or lands or whatever. Not really interested in stealing creatures. Okay, cool. Sarkhan's Catharsis might just be a really important card here. Nope, I can't cast anything. Anything of relevance anyway. Oh, I got my colours. One more mana gets me to Bloom Hulk, which is good with Iron Bully. Yeah, it's not exciting, but I can play cards. I think I'm going to cut Emergency Zone. It's too risky. Ooh, free Scry. I dig that. Like even with hands like this, yeah, no, I'm going to cut it. It's just too dangerous to keep in this deck. Yeah, I'll keep that just for the sake of us. But you got that dragon. Yeah, that starts at the 2/3. Yeah, my opponent mulled, but whatever. I can kill better things. I like the scry here, but it really doesn't matter when I'm hitting my land drops. Let's Iron Bully, then Bloom Hulk, and profit. My opponent has a counterspell. They're thinking of playing it. There is a 3-mana counter... What's it? A creature or planeswalker, I think it was? I can play Centaur first. That seems pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so I will. My opponent counters that, I'd be more than happy. Yep, called it. Beautiful. That increases the likelihood of getting Bloom Hulk or Ward Scale Crocodile down, and I think that's important. So what does this do? Creature or Planeswalker. Scry 1, exile the card. This seems alright for 3 mana. Yeah, especially in this format. Everything's about creatures and planeswalkers. There's like no artifacts or enchantments that really are super, super important for the sake of draft. Do I 2-for-1 myself to kill that? Nah. My opponent cannot play a counter anymore. But if I play this first, that means that this can't be profitably blocked anymore. Always get in the habit of playing lands first. I know there's no Spell Pierce or anything, but just a good habit to get into. Proliferate. Look, if my opponent's going to waste combat tricks on an Iron Bully, I'm more than happy with that. They would have to double block and lose their Erratic Visionary. And their Erratic Visionary is potentially helping them dig out of this mulligan, so I don't think my opponent should cash that in just yet. Just like our first match. My opponent can get this counterspell back with their Spellkeeper Weird. It seems like a pretty bad strategy. Oh, that's not a good sign if they discarded a big creature. It does 2 damage to each opponent. I mean, it's not a great big creature, but it's a big creature. It blocks. It's got 3 toughness. Maybe that's their logic there. Iron Bully doing some work here. I think I just swing with both, holding up Yaya's Greeting next turn. I think it would be a big mistake for my opponent to try and bring that counterspell back. I'm already ahead on board, so countering a creature or planeswalker really doesn't help them here. Opponent got some tough decisions to make here. Are they thinking about looting? Okay, if they try something silly, I can blow them out with Yaya's greeting. Yes. Opponent, you should... Gonna get one more loot out of that before it dies. I can blow out a trick by killing that visionary, potentially. 2 damage. So, it doesn't change anything. No, if I kill that, I still lose this. No, killing that does not achieve anything. That's fine. I don't have to use a real card on an Iron Bully. Never feels that good. I can't kill that in response, because the trigger's on the stack. Let them loot. Oh, let them loot. Oh, that's not a good sign when they're still discarding real cards, so I am a little bit worried about this. I don't think that was a great trade for my opponent, so that feels great. And now I can play this. Wha-bam! Opponent, you need something real big. Like, really big. Did they discard any instants and sorceries in that process? Yes, they got back the... But they really don't want to be cashing in a creature that can block, though. It's blocking really badly at the moment, though, so maybe they will. But none of those spells that can make it bigger. I mean, sure. It really does not matter. Just playing this first. Life gain in blue and red. Basically doesn't exist. Okay. Considering they did that, I don't know why they did in this order. I'm just going to fire this removal spell off against it. Oh, and it's sick! So they can't use the ability. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. Sorry, opponent. Very, very sorry. And that just wins me the game, so I'm going to keep that. My opponent dead in about 10,000 different ways.
Play nice.
Cool. We are going up to 3-0. Feels good? Or was it 2-0? I forget. Math is hard. It does not help you. Cool. We got there. We got there. So, red-green big stuff. Feels like an alright deck. There we go. Got ourselves a card. It's a Elite Guild Mage. Who cares? Yep, 3-0. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hopefully this video will be a bit shorter than my last one, which was 2.5 hours to record. With a very nice Kaya avatar. Oh, I want a dice roll. I want a dice roll. That's exciting. These cards... Yeah, I'm keeping it. If I draw lands, I can play Sarkhan. If I draw creatures, then I can Courage in Crisis it up. Which makes Bloomhulk better. Yeah, it's not a hand where I can really do anything, but I basically don't have a whole heap of bad draws here. I've got like, what, 3 or 4 really big creatures that would be bad to draw here, but that's okay. Out of 33 cards, I think I'm pretty safe. Okay, red first. Drawing lands, probably the worst of those two options, but at the same time, look, I can still just drop a Bloomhulk on turn 4, which does not feel good against an aggro deck. Oh, it's scary. That is scary. No. Why would I do that? Become some kind of unstoppable moron. I've got +1/+1 token. But at the same time, okay. Living Twister to put a stop to what my opponent's doing feels pretty good here. Opponent getting to their 3 different colours with no effort whatsoever. Feels bad, man. Cool. Looks like they got no tricks. I feel pretty happy about that. 3/3 Conjurant. Sure. Ugin, how you going, mate? Let's get to Ugin. Sure. Let's do that. And then I've got a reason to proliferate next turn. Ooh, opponent just takes it. Getting multiple swings out of this feels really good, actually. Opponent not really going all that aggro. I mean, these cards really are indicative of something that wants to be aggro. I would have thought. Okay, well, doing alright then. Happy about that. Yep, once again I'm going to swing with that. If they take it again, they're in a rough spot on 12 health. Yep. Kill their flyer. Sure. Don't mind that. Chuck it on that. Beautiful. Now, do I Sarkin first? Yes, and then proliferating next turn feels extra good. I'm not holding that counterspell. Yeah, they don't have good attacks. I seem to be in a good position here. Loomhole, growing Sarkin. I can make another dragon, or I can start ticking him up. Probably just tick him up anyway. Sure, that's fine. It means I am losing Sarkin. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, opponent. Oh, me and my opponent both forgot about that little... Oh, that sucks. That sucks for my opponent. I am so sorry. Yeah. Oops. I wish there was a way I could tell my opponent, I didn't know that either. Can I just kill them outright here? I can get them to 1. Yeah. Let's just do that.
They are coming.
Oh, and then I can... Oh, wow, I actually have lethal here. This is ridiculous. And, like, just for the rub-ins. And then sacrifice Sarkin. Oh, sore name. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but that's a lesson in reading the cards, I suppose. What do they play? I'm really going to pay attention to what my opponent plays. More aggro deck. Not really interested in Bonds of Passion. Not really interested in Sarkin's Catharsis. I want to play the slower game. Because I should beat them in the slower game. That was ridiculous. That was like 16 damage in one turn. Or was it like 18? Woof. Lesson learned. Read all the text on Sarkin, I suppose. It's dangerous against aggro, but this is good against aggro. They got that, yeah, they got that goblin thing, so if I can hold that up, I'll draw spells. I hope. Please. Got the 1/1. Oh, that's not a spell. Jat is a mountain from Rivals of Ixalan. Should I just remove that? Survey says yes. I feel like with Chandra's Pyrohelix, when you have the target for it, you really should just take the opportunity, especially when your target can grow. Oh dear. Oh dear. Feels bad. Feels really bad. Please deck, no more lands. Hearthfire, no. Oh, I can grow. Yes. Perfect. Perfect.
It's nice to meet you.
And I can block that. That's actually pretty handy when I have a Zhang. Yeah, okay, cool. So I can like tick down one more time. Yeah, and then Hearthfire something. Okay. Yes. Which might just be that. Cool, yep. Oh, deck, what are you doing to me? Proliferate. Yep, that's So I tick you up one more time.
We'll do this together.
Don't have... I can't attack anyway. Ugh. Okay. I'll just end my turn. Hold that up. I mean, I've got a lot of bombs. I can draw Ugin or Sarkin. So, I suppose my mana flooding isn't the worst thing. Yep, swing that there. And I just go... Nope. Sack Xiangangu. Beautiful. Pretty much the same result, but they're not growing their Ugin's Conjurant. Plus, I don't have that again for the next turn. Oh, yes! Oh, it feels so good! Oh, that is obscene. That is an obscene top deck. Oh, wow. I mean, both of them are quite fragile because if the other one gets removed... That's not a bad blight, actually. So what I can do here is I can play you, make a 2-2, and then attack for 2 with this. Do that. Let's... Oh. Oh, and it's Ugin's Conjurant as well, so even if this gets destroyed, I can make a massive Conjurant and swing in. Yeah. That's fine. Alright, we are off to the races, firmly. Yep. Swing, swing, swing. Beautiful. Okay. Just make more. My opponent is in some... Like, it's insane that I've drawn 9 lands in the top 17 cards, and I'm this favoured at the moment. Yeah, this dodging Solar Blaze is fantastic. Yeah... Can I just win? No. No, not quite. Yeah, just swing out. It's only a 2-4, but still. That value. That's fine by me, opponent. Yeah, just make creatures. Creatures that block Solar Blaze. If you remove these guys... Oh, wow. And every spell under these is absolute gas. Oh, that was brutal. That was an absolute brutality. Awesome. 4-0. 4-0. Can we get the 5-0? That's the question here. Look, at this stage, I've already broken even on the entry fee, so I'm not going to complain. Ultra Instinct. Good luck. Good luck indeed. That's a bunch of cards. Nope. Not chancing it. Iron Bully Bloomhulk. It's okay. It's not exciting. But I can cast my cards. No, let's get some spice. A land is not spice. That is some very nice spice. Okay, now I've got a land. My druid. Would not have minded one of those in my deck, actually. Land! Yeah! Boy! Getting there! Nope. Again, stop giving me automatic stops for giant growth. It doesn't help anyone. Except my opponent. Yes, I'm holding up Jaya's Greeting. Definitely. You can proliferate or put a +1/+1 counter on something. It does not make a difference. But proliferating does feel cooler. Will admit that. I'm very much on the back foot. That's bad at the moment. Nope, no blocks. Do not care for such things. Okay, so... Am I going to think about playing this first, or just Bloomhulk first? My Pyrohelix can take care of that, so I'm just going to Bloomhulk first. Plus it also blocks the other Bloom Bloom there. Pollen Bright Druid. Bloom, Pollen, all these words. Just shove them all in the blender. You have yourself a magic set. No Gyre's Greeting for this turn, please. Beautiful. That represents a giant growth, which means it'll still trade with the smaller Pollen Bright Druid. Yeah. Want to 2-for-1 yourself, opponent? You go right ahead. Yep. That's fine by me. Okay, and then we can just hold up Gyre's... Oh, no. I got this, not Gyre's Greeting. So... swing with this first. I'm not just gonna... I should have thought about that because it is immediately 4 damage. Whatever. Do that. Yeah, then I can play either of these tricks. That feels good. Okay. Cool. We're getting there. We can interact with what my opponent's doing. Do that. Block. They've got open mana. Whatever. Killing that druid feels pretty good. Yep, nice. It is. A very nice opponent. Mawu! Oh, he's such a good doggo. No, because this next turn I can play this and make this. Yeah, just stupid big. Stupid. Magic cards are stupid. Alright. We're in a real good spot here. My opponent probably doesn't know it. Maui can become a 5/5 because he gets an extra +1/+1 counter with every instance of a +1/+1 counter going onto him. Can't play Sarkhan, unfortunately. Opponent, if I play this and just swing out, I think I've pretty much just got there. Is math for dummies? Math is for dummies. They eat that, that dies, and they're dead. Yep, cool. Yep, because that also, not only does it attack for 4 immediately, it also makes this a 4/4. They gotta block the 4/4s. They have to do it. That's fine. Chuck that there. I've got a Hearthfire in hand. They're dead. They're dead. They don't know it. Unless they can kill me here. They can go to 9 if they have a giant growth. Yeah, I don't care about that. Oh, that is... Oh, he's got Vigilance. Okay, cool. Yep. I don't think there's anything that can blow it out here. And Hearthfire has done some work. So we should think about stealing their creatures. So from that point of view, we will add this in and take out a... these both feel pretty average. Basically playing the mirror, aren't we? They might have Bonds of Passion. This can't get got by Domri, so let's cut that. Awesome. 1 win away from the 5-0. Come on, can we do it? Can we do it? I can immediately play Living Twister. Any land gets me to Goblin Assault Team and Centaur Nurturer. Ooh, they got a 1-drop. Oh no. Oh, they did it. They actually did it. Damn it. That's really annoying. Oh, they immediately got value. Oh no, but it doesn't attack for anything. Opponent sending a message with their 0/0s. Okay. Play this first so I can get the Living Twister faster. This is a good card. This is doing work. That's better. Come on, attack with... Ah, you didn't do it. You didn't do it, opponent. For shame. I'll play you first. This is great because it also blocks my Planeswalkers really well. Get Xiang Gu down, play Sark, and it immediately turns Xiang into a dragon. Profit. I mean, we've seen how good that is so far. Giant growth, whatever. I care not for such things. Giant. This trades with giant growth and then makes this bigger, or they can just giant growth. This is actually a really good turn to get this down because they don't really have great blocks here. Yeah, let's do that. My Living Twister can't kill anything right now, so I'm not really thinking about holding it back or anything. So if they want to block Living Twister and Giant Growth, it means Goblin Assault Team gets his swing in, which is really, really good. The second this does like 4 damage plus gets you like the removal spell plus the +1/+1 token, it's doing work. And they don't have any 1x's. Yeah, you're Giant Growth, that's fine, opponent. Use Giant Growth on that. Nope. Nice. That feels pretty good. Feels really good. Bombery again. Okay, so they want to, yeah. Oh, they're attacking for 14. Are they? Are you holding back, opponent? Early GGs. Ah, salty opponent. Congratulations. So, yeah, run it back. That Steal a Creature spell still fantastic against my opponent. Play first. That's a hand of stuff we can play. It's not very exciting. That's alright. Magic gods, don't do this to me again. Please do not do this to me again. Yeah. Tybalt's little devil can make short work of that. Or a Crunch Wrangler. Just straight up trades. Nah, get the Planeswalker down. We've got a couple of blockers to come down as well. That feels pretty good.
Enjoy. My assistants are painfully sloppy.
I feel like if the board is pretty much at parity, getting the Planeswalker down first is the strong option. Yeah, and if my opponent does not swing, that also feels really, really good. So, yeah, let's just swing out. Get rid of this Pollen Bite Druid if they want to block. And make one of you. Gain some life. Make a Deville.
So cute.
They are quite cute, I agree. Mawu! The goodest of doggos! Betrays me once more. Okay. I can play this and keep up a Giant Growth. Sure, or Crunch Wrangler. There's no guarantee Crunch Wrangler's going to get the value. Plus I could just draw a Crunch the next turn. Yep. Gain some more life. And pass turn. Can Mawu... I can just stick a whole heap of stuff in front of Mawu though, that doesn't feel so bad. But I will legitimately put every creature in front of Mawu if my opponent wants to swing. That's even better. Ooh, that's... Ooh. Could have thought about attacking there... Nah. I mean, I've still got a... Oh, no. That's a big old boy. That is a big old Mawu. My opponent probably thinks it's pretty safe at this stage to attack. And that's a pretty safe attack. I'm going to swing out next turn and see if I can blow out Mawu. For the time being, though, I mean, using these as a way to kill my opponent's creatures is not that powerful right now. I really want to draw that that steal spell right now. That would be... Ooh! Ooh! That would make my opponent so salty. That is not that. But that's okay. So, it does 4 damage, and 4 does not quite get to Mawu killing damage. We're doing it. We're doing it, everyone. Yeah, let's do it. It is nice, opponent. Thank you for saying so. Play this out and not have enough mana. I'd rather surprise my opponent with that. So this Mawu might just get my opponent there.
Oh, I look forward to seeing you running away.
That's a worry.
What's that? Something smells rotten.
I think another Bloom
Wait,
Hulk.
that might be me.
Oh, opponent. Oh, you disgust me. You disgust me so. Let's kill this. Sacrificing this. So, I'm going to pull one. Oh, Maui has vigilance. Ah. Nah. Not getting there. Not getting there. So, we're up to 5-1. This is our last round. Here we go. I mean, the difference here is like 1 pack and some more gems, so it doesn't really matter. It's more for a rank. Oh, it's not even ranked. It's traditional, so whatever. Snoops23, good luck. Good luck. And for my sake, don't have a busted Mawu deck. I would appreciate that. That's a bunch of cards I can't play. Yeah, this is dangerous. I don't like going down to 5 though. Oh dear. Oh, I can play that at least. Do I play this for 1? No. 1/1s for 1s are just bad. Oh, Arena, is this how you screw me? Is this how you screw me out of a 5/1? Or a 4/1, or whatever it is. The max wins. Little does my opponent know. That was the only creature I could play for like any value. Come on, land! Oh, it's the worst! Oh no, Arena, don't do this to me. I'm not going to scoop early, but okay. Whoa, it had to be that turn too. That does not do a thing. That's a blocker. Okay, that's a good blocker. Oddly enough, we're not going to attack with my 0/4. Okay. 1 red mana, or 1 mana of anything. Yep, that's fine. Block that. Gets me to Goblin Assault Team. Okay. Okay. Are we actually going to rally after that terrible mull? Oh, are we actually going to rally this? Yeah. The cool thing here is, because this has a +1/+1 token on it, we have to pay my control. So it always is going to be a 2/5, because it'll always boost its power by 1 no matter what happens. Opponent, you want to give it to my creature? Yeah, you can give it to my creature if you want. Is this good? It kills 1 creature still. Don't care about that. So getting Zhang Yanggu down feels pretty good here. Now this now attacks as a 4/6. Oh, also I can use this. Oh. Beautiful. So I can block. Yeah, nice. I might find a way to pull back into this after that horrible mulligan. Makes me rather happy. Opponents in black and white, so there's a good chance they can just remove something here. In which case I'm probably dead. But if I get to survive with this board, if I can draw a land, Sarkin, I've got a shot here. So pass to blockers. Put that there. And then Chandra's Pyrohelix that. Keeping Zhang Yanggu alive. Beautiful. Does not matter that grows. It's annoying, but it doesn't kill my creature. A Lynx. Okay, gotta really think here. Okay, I had to draw the land that turn to play Sarkin. Sarkin, make a dragon. Make a dragon swing as a 6/6. Or turn Zhang Yanggu into a dragon and fog my opponent for another turn. So first of all, we grow that because it just keeps it growing even further.
Let us fight.
Keep Zhang Yang. So Zhang Yanggu will attack. There's a big old dragon boy.
Come on. Watch this.
Okay, so there's nothing, surely nothing that could blow this out. Let's kill you. Yep.
Only
That's a big old thing. Player Crunch Wrangler, put a token on it. This is really clutch here.
I will help you through this.
I don't think I can survive if I don't keep swinging. But what if my opponent gets through with both creatures? I've got this as a panic button. Yep. 8-7. That takes 8. They're down to 6. Oh, they're 2 off from dying from that. This is so tight. Okay, can I use this as a panic button? Yes, I can. That's got lifelink. It's going to put them up to 9. I mean, they might have direct damage to my face. There is a black spell that does that. Oh my god, this is so close. Okay, so...
The only thing to fear, the more, the messier.
So right now I can do 5 damage directly to my opponent. If they take either one of them, they're dead. In combination with Heartfire and the Devil. I'm not going to put the mouse over the cards. I'm not risking my opponent working out what I'm doing. So I can do 4 to their face. No, I'm not showing them. I'm not showing them. Okay. Oh boy, that was so close. Oh no, I'm down a game. Gotta rally, gotta rally. Stealing that angel sounds like a pretty cool plan. Their creatures grow, so cut the crocodile. Actually, no, I don't mind having that crocodile. Just deck, please don't mana screw me, please. Oh, please. Please, 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 please. That was eerily close considering how bad my opening draw was. This could be my last game of this draft. Either way, I've had a great time. Really like this format. Play first. Play you first. Not playing you as a 1-1. Even though I can giant growth you. Not interested. I like this card. I like how much it smooths out the mana. Emergency zone. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And I ain't blocking anything. It's not happening. I'll take 2 damage off that if they want to swing. That's cool. No blocks. Got a Goblin Assault team for next turn. Yeah, or on an empty board too. Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Or a Living Twister. No. Empty board, Goblin Assault team. Get that damage in. Bleeding Edge is a sorcery, so I don't think that blows me out here. I'll just de-spark or whatever it is. Sign's Thirst. Okay. It's in the form of damage, yeah, so it would just shrink that. Okay. Interesting choice by my opponent there. So I think I want to play a big old hexproof creature first. Yeah, so I can stick a +1/+1 counter on it if they block my assault team. Yeah, that feels good. Yes, opponent. Yeah. The fact that they're thinking about blocking something that proliferates when it dies with no targets to proliferate is a pretty good sign that I'm doing well here. I mean, they can proliferate my own creatures, but that would be rough. So we're in a much, much better spot here. I don't think there's actually a sweeper in this format that takes care of Warscale Crocodile. Armgrath, Fury, and Solar Blaze both have red in their mana cost. Good. I like Ujin the Conjurant. It still dies because of how those counters work. Yeah, sure. They're just trying to prolong the game. That's fine by me. And if they're going to do that, I will think about... Oh, I just go for max damage. Discard a land. The threat of activation is always good. No. This just puts my foot on the gas a bit more. Finger on the gas? No, that's not how that saying goes. No. No, if you're that desperate to remove that, it's not happening. Just making sure my resources beat out my opponent's resources is the most important thing. Yep, that's fine. You have nothing to proliferate. Oh, Tybalt. Tybalt really pressures their life total as well. And I can play both of these cards, yeah. We're doing good here. We got this. Yep, cool. My opponent having no part of all my cards. I dig that. Once again, put my mountain back in because I thought changing your deck mid-game actually did it permanently, but apparently not. Learning. Sarkhan's Catharsis against my opponent. Nah. Alright. The absolute last game of this draft. Let's see how I go. Snoop 23. No. Very dangerous, but land is good. Land is good. Bond of Passion is a great card against my opponent. Hello and good luck. No, not playing Ujin's Conjurant for 1. Do a 2-drop here, I'd be pretty happy. There you go, opponent. No. I can play it for 3, then Bloom Hulk. Yeah, definitely with back foot. Yeah, going second with this deck does not feel great. When another creature dies... When it dies, so they can stack up the things so this becomes a 4/4. You got a thing, I don't mind. Someone's Thirst? Yep, thought so. Don't mind you using it up on that. Cool thing is too, we are getting towards Bonds of Passion. I really want them to play something to make it worthwhile, but it already kills one of their creatures, assuming... Okay, that makes things a bit rough. It kills one of their creatures, assuming they don't grow them, which they are not unlikely to do. Not having a 5-drop here sucks. Another creature. So, we just kill this while they're tapped out. Boom. Can steal one, kill the other. Nice. Their deck's pretty good. You know, I can't be too annoyed by... wow, they all have death triggers. Ugh, this is really annoying. So I've got to fog them with Ugin, make a thing. That's a good blocker. That is a good blocker.
Manifest before you.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. At my face. Oh, that sucks. I think we're going to end this draft on a low note. Steal something, make a blocker. Kill something, make a blocker, make a blocker. Okay, I'm not dead, but I'm also really dead. Yes, we have to time that correctly. So I will block the Martyrs and kill the Herald. Kill the Herald post-combat. Okay, so that triggers that. So we kill this now, and it will be summoning 6 so they can't attack with their mass army. No. I need bombs. I need absolute bombs. That's the only chance I have getting back in this. That's fine. They're going to attack with both. They're not going to attack. That's scary. Destroy. No, just make blockers. Make blockers.
The multiverse obeys me.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really work. But I can kill... Oh, and then I can sacrifice it too with Hearthfire. Yeah, so I'll get 2 damage in here. That actually works out pretty good. That actually works out pretty good. So they can proliferate with no targets. Okay. Sacrifice this. And then I get to proliferate? Yeah. Okay, okay, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. If my opponent has a pump spell and a kill spell, just going to full price kill Ugin. Yes. Yes, that feels fine to me. Alright, we're not going to win if we keep holding back, so I've got to do this. As scary as that is, but that's just the reality. Okay, I'm pretty boned if I can't kill that, and I can't kill that. Ah, dear, that might be the end of us. That does not do it. And good game, opponent, and... we got the 4 and 2. We got the 4 and 2. After being 4-0, we got 4 and 2. Oh, dear. That's alright. I played against a couple of good decks right at the end there, so I do not mind. What's the difference? 1,000. Oh, it's only 300 gems. It's not that big a deal. I still get an absolute crap ton of gems, so I'm not going to complain. We do, however, get 5 packs to open, so let's do that. Let's do that and wrap up this video. First of all, we get ourselves a silent submarine. Oh yes, that is a pile of trash. Behind door number 2, we have a bunch of stuff and a Tybalt and Bolus's Citadel. Bolus's Citadel. Well done, brain. Bolus's Citadel. Ooh, a mythic wildcard. Beautiful. And a Soul Diviner. Very curious about that card. I've got a few of them now, actually, so might be worth looking at that. Arlen. Awaken the Vitu-Ghazi. I actually have a Proliferate deck, so I might look at shoving one of those in there. And lucky last, we have Deliver Unto Evil. 3 mana, choose up to 4 target cards in your graveyard. If you control a Bolus Planeswalker, return those cards to your hand. Otherwise, an opponent chooses 2 of them. Leave the chosen option in your graveyard and put the rest of them into your hand, then exile Deliver Unto Evil, and that is the most gorgeous art on any card in the set. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Reddit. Please consider supporting my Patreon. And thank you so much to all of my existing patrons as well. You guys absolutely rock. I'll catch you guys in the next video.